Hare Krishna. How can I overcome habitual sin? Answer: by devotion and determination. So, by devotion means if we have got caught up in some habitual sin, that itself means that we are unable to give it up. That's how it's become a habit. So it can even be an addiction. Now, sometimes we think that some wrong habit, if somebody is doing something wrong, it's just a matter of a person not having sufficient willpower. If the person just develops enough willpower, then that person will be able to give up that sin. But it's not necessarily so. Beyond a particular moment, if we keep doing doing sinful activities, they get such a grip on us that we can't give them up simplistically just by willpower. Now, just like a disease, with the initial stages, if we just have good lifestyle choices, we can avoid most of the diseases that come upon us. But if actually there is an infection which is coming in, then that infection cannot be countered just by willpower. Willpower would mean that initially we avoid things which cause infection and which cause tribulation afterwards. But if once we become infected, then just willpower alone will not protect us. We need, along with willpower, a process. We need to go to a doctor, and if I have got loose motion, then I cannot just by willpower cure the loose motion. My willpower should be directed towards taking the medicines and avoiding whatever the doctor has told us to avoid, and that way gradually this will become cured. So similarly, we need, if we want to give up habitual sin, the medicine, the medical therapy is the process of spiritual devotion. God, Krishna, is all pure, and when we connect with Him, then we get higher happiness and we get higher wisdom, we get higher strength, and just that connection with Him purifies us. Just as if something is put in fire, that becomes fiery. So similarly, when we connect with God, Pavitranam Pavitramiyo, He is the purest of all pure things, and He is the most purifying of all purifying things. So the undesirable things that are there in our heart, they become cleansed, just like an antibiotic removes the toxic things in our body. Similarly, devotion to God cleanses us, heals us of the toxic infections that are there. And now, for practicing devotion to God, we need determination. So sometimes we may not feel like, say, praying to God. We may not feel like chanting His holy names. We may not feel like studying scripture. We may not feel like associating with devotees and seeking guidance from them. But if we do these things determinedly, then we will find that we will be able to gradually but certainly break free from habitual sin. So beyond that, of course, we can take some specific measures to avoid exposing ourselves to the stimuli that causes to fall to sin. So if we have a certain friend circle that indulges, say, in certain wrong activity, then we need to minimize the contact with that friend circle and have a more positive friend circle which brings out the best within us. So this also requires determination, but that determination is founded in devotion. So by devotion, the combination of devotion and determination, we can become free from habitual sin. Thank you. Hare Krishna.